Today, I'm going to try and rank my top altcoins of the bull run, my top 10 for this cycle, what I have concluded based on my thousands of hours of research, specifically to make millions in this bull run, and then, of course, just give you what I think is going to work, right? Now, this is a bit different to other people who might make videos on these topics, because what I've seen a lot on YouTube recently is people will just throw you 10, 20, 30 altcoins that they think will do well, that are all micro caps, and they're crossing their fingers, hoping at least 10 or half of those hit, and they'll, forget about the other half. So they'll tell you about their wins, not their losses, but this is a different list because, again, these are the ones that I have high conviction in. I've spoken with people who have a lot of money to play with, a little bit of money to play with, and I think in both circumstances, there are going to be, positions and reasons to buy these coins, okay? Now, this is not going to be in any particular order. I'm going to start at number 10 and go to number 1, but all of these coins I share very similar opinions on. I will tell you the multiples I expect out of these, but these are more my top conviction projects, okay? I said I was going to make this video a few videos back, and this is definitely different to like a top tier list video, right, where I rank based on multiples. This is purely based on quality, and multiples will also be mentioned as well. So sit tight, let's begin. So yes, this is different to my normal setup because on my last video, I asked you guys, do you want me to be more relaxed in these videos, get away from over-analyzing each project? Therefore, the videos go for quite long, and you guys all said, Kyron, I want you to be relaxed. I want you to just talk about the coins. We don't need to know the reasons why all the time. Just tell us the ones that you like. So this seems to be a pretty popular genre right now. A lot of people are making videos in their cars, in the outback, wherever they seem to be right now. And I feel like, hey, why not give in? Let's relax a little bit and talk person to person here. So let's begin this video. But before we do, of course, guys, if you find yourself, and I know it might be a bit difficult because I'm not talking about stats, but if you find yourself thinking, okay, I like that guy's pick, drop a like on the video right now, jump down there, and of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel, guys. Why? Because it makes me happy. That's pretty much it. Okay, let's begin. So, project number 10. Again, no particular order here. I'm just going to talk about the projects themselves, what narratives they fit into, and why I like it. So, number 10 is Nia Protocol. Okay, Nia is one of my top gainers. Actually, it is my top gainer right now. I got in very low at $1 for this project, and I've been continuously dollar cost averaging into it. Why? Because for me, if it goes $7, $8, $9, $10, I can begin buying and buying and buying as risk-free DCA basically until about $3. That's where I'll stop. In terms of my multiples, I'm looking to sell at about $55 for this coin, but believe you me, I think this will go $60, $70, $80. I've even heard people saying $100 possibly. I don't know where it can go. It's in Web3 layer 1. It's got restaking. It's got AI. It is an extremely good project for this cycle. It hits many of the narratives. Definitely, deserves a place on this list as a modular blockchain focused on Web3, looking to pretty much synergize the whole entire industry through what they call BOSS, or the blockchain operating system. So we're seeing some projects come out recently now that are backed by one of their inbuilt launchpad services, okay? So it's good to see that obviously it is being used and developed. So definitely Nia Protocol deserves a place on this list, and those are my sort of predictions for terms of price. Number 9, we have Immutable X, or IMX is the ticker. Another large market cap project. Most of these are pretty large market cap projects. IMX is a gaming layer 2. Now, we're hitting layer 2 in this case and gaming. I think layer 2 is probably top 5, top 6 narratives of the bull run. Gaming probably top 3, maybe even arguably number 1. We'll see after the cycle. But it hits both. Now, thanks to the account abstraction feature called the Immutable Passport, basically Immutable and all the games built on the network will allow it to be all controlled in one single wallet. That's called account abstraction. Basically, pull the different accounts typically required for different projects and different networks all in the one account. It's got partnerships with Beam, another layer 2 infrastructure project built on Avalanche by Merit Circle. That was almost a contender for this list, but in my opinion, I think Immutable X trumps that. I could see IMX, going between a 10 to 20x, so I think $20 to $30, maybe even $35, $40 as bull run is on the cards. Again, typically speaking, when you're someone wanting to get into any of these projects, what I would highly, suggest you think about is if you're someone looking for a 10x, for example, right, and you're trying to find a project that will just barely 10x, you shouldn't do that. You should move down the coin market cap list until you find a project hitting a narrative that you don't currently hit in your portfolio, or double down on an extra narrative that's strong, right? Like gaming, real world assets, AI, so on, and invest in the project that can do more than that 10x. So you're looking probably to go about a 15 or a 20x, and then find the one that's at the safest possible market cap. So what I would typically do is, like, again, looking for a 30x, you're not looking to find a project that can just barely 30x like Pith. You're looking for one that can probably 40 or 50x at the highest possible market cap, so the safest possible play. That way you're minimizing risk and you're also getting the returns. For example, there's no point looking for a micro cap to 10x. If you're looking for micro caps, you're looking for probably 50x plus at that level. Again, it's a risk multiple trade-off. So I'm just saying that with Immutable X because compared to Beam, it definitely is a safer play. So I absolutely love it. Next up is Mina protocol. Ticker is Mina. This is a ZKP at layer 1. And now Mina is like one of my top holding. Personally, I do hold this project. I'm getting about 800, between 700 and 800 Mina a month. Now, when I sell it at $9, $10, that's going to be about $8,000 a month in passive income I'm getting. Work that out over 12 months, it's up there with $70,000, $80,000 more an entire year, which is incredible to think about, okay? This is the true power of staking. I love Mina for that fact. Every 2 weeks, you deposited those funds. However, Mina is at the cutting edge of what's called ZKP tech, or zero knowledge proof technology. The way it works, the way the blockchain works on Mina is it's recursive ZK snaps. That's fancy words for saying what happens is, effectively, I'll get my phone over here, for example, the blockchain is only as big as the last photo of the blockchain. So it just takes photos. Imagine each block is just a photo. It works a bit different to this. There's actual blockchain that happens and these snarks, but nevertheless, the blockchain's current position, or what's called state, is taken a photo of, and the next block, a new photo is taken, and therefore the size of the blockchain of Mina stays at a constant size of the next photo. Does that make sense? So it's a photo of a photo of a photo of a photo, but it always remains the same size as a photo. So the entire blockchain size is 22 kilobytes. And guys, they have a stacked roadmap for this year. No application layer just yet, but you can imagine once apps are being built and allowed to be built on top of it, once that ecosystem can begin to develop, and also once it does look to hit some of those roadmap events, right? For example, things like infinite scalability, right? Instant finality as well. These are going to be massive catalysts for a whole bunch of growth for this. Now, this fits perfectly, again, in my Web3 layer 1 list, and also zero knowledge proofs. I think ZKPs are a top 6, 5, maybe, at least top 10 narrative of this bull run. So yes, I can't wait. We know price reacts well with Mina. We've seen it in the past. It 3x'd very quickly based on just exchange related announcements. So the best is yet to come. Let's put this on pause for a quick minute here so I can introduce you to a new DeFi project built on the Sui blockchain called Mazu Finance. Mazu has sponsored this video to take you on a voyage over the Sui seas to the wonderful world of airdrops, burn mechanisms, lucrative yield farming, and more thanks to their protocol. Mazu is named after a sea goddess and is the DAO-controlled DeFi project of Sui that offers multiple ways for their token holders to increase the value of their native token, Mazu, as well as yield farming. One of those ways is via airdrops by simply holding the Mazu token. The focus here is to offer their holders free tokens to other projects in the Sui ecosystem, which should be quite prosperous seeing as Sui has been gaining a lot of attention recently. Another way is via their buyback and burn mechanism, which is what they actually use to reduce the total supply, funded by things like their airdrop rewards and transaction fees. Speaking of transaction fees, a 4% tax is applied to every Mazu transaction, with half going to the treasury and the other half, you guessed it, being burned forever. Now, the treasury is governed in a decentralized way by the Mazu holders, which is constantly funded by the fees. Mazu claims that the intention behind these funds are to create net positive returns for the protocol via strategic acquisitions or building out the protocol and so on. Not to mention, there are still the DeFi capabilities that will come online sometime in the future, and even an NFT collection expected in this quarter. So with that said, Mazu is looking to bring its holders not 1, 2, or 3 ways to generate money via their platform, but 4 and counting. This is the true power of what crypto can offer, and that's what Mazu stands for. Just remember to do your own research before investing, and with that said, let's get back to the video. Next up, this might surprise some of you guys, it's ASI, or the Artificial Superintelligence Protocol, which is the merger between Ocean Protocol, AGIX or SingularityNet, and Fetch AI. Now, I actually hold Fetch and also AGIX right now before the merger even was announced. So I'm going to be pretty hefty in this new coin here. However, after crunching the maths, and yes, I've heard you guys down below, I will be doing an update video on this very soon. Do not worry. ASI, I think, based on what it's competing with literally the top dogs in the centralized AI space. Yes, we can use OpenAI, for example, ChatGPT, right? It's competing with these guys, but in a decentralized way, except the current AI models aren't even what's called AGI, or Artificial General Intelligence, which will pretty much be at a similar level to what current, humanity's current intelligence level are on a sort of worldwide cumulative scale, okay? But ASI takes it the next step further. ASI is the next evolution. That's what they're trying to bring, but offer it in a decentralized manner, taking fetches, autonomous AI agents, taking AGIX's, deep research and development. The founder of AGIX helped build Sophia, the first AI model that's actually interactable, and Ocean Protocols, their rich data sets and their AI models over there as well. So this is going to be an absolutely amazing project, and I can't wait to see what comes of it basically here. So this is pretty new, and guys, remember there is a conversion that's going to be happening here with, AGIX and also Ocean at a ratio into fetch. I've got a video on it. I might leave it down below. Okay, number 6 is Solana, Sol. Now, guys, this of course hits Web3 layer 1. Now, I'm bullish because they have the Saga 2 phone coming out end of this year, early next year, which will be quite big. I've ordered a couple of phones myself, one to use, one for show. Okay, I might even give it away, who knows? But this will be a big, I think, catalyst for a lot of growth and overall attention for Solana. Whether it's a good, prosperous sell or whether it's not, I think it's good growth and good popularity no matter what. We always look for these popularity triggers and projects, and this is definitely one of them, all right? If we can kind of forecast what might come up in the future, I think, for a catalyst for growth, exchange listing, new announcements, this is definitely one of them, okay? Plus, also, there's no denying Solana's ecosystem as a narrative is definitely one of the top narratives of the bull run. So that in of itself is a very, very bullish thing. A lot of projects are also merging over to Solana as their home, including popular ones like Render and, of course, Helium. So this is some very, very big stuff, right? Next up is Chainlink. Now, Chainlink is unique. It used to just hit oracles. Now it hits three massive narratives, okay? It hits Oracle, real-world asset, and interoperability, right? All thanks to CCIP, or the Cross-Chain Interoperability Protocol. I always find it hard to say that word, right? Interoperability. Got to say it a few times, right? Now, I particularly love this because if you just have a look at some of the projects being built out there in the crypto space, a lot of them, right down to the code, you can read, they actually use and integrate CCIP. I forget which protocol it was. It might have been Hyperlane or one of these new up-and-coming airdrop projects from Celestia/Cosmos, right? It leveraged, read some of the code somewhere, it actually leverages CCIP for those cross-chain transactions. So trust me when I say this thing's going to be big, and they're actually focusing on it not just for Web3 as well, but they're also focusing on Web2. Hence the real-world asset side of it now, looking to tokenize things. And I think you can forget about just focusing on Chainlink for this bull run. This project is going to be here for the long term. I love the fact that they upgraded the protocol in this manner. They've also upgraded the economic structure as well. I was talking about this last year, and I think this is going to give it the longevity, right? It's going to be prosperous in perpetuity. So big ups to Chainlink. Number 4, this is actually up there with one of my top 2 forever hold projects. I will sell this bull run. If you're not selling this bull run, by the way, and you're looking to just hodl forever, unless those coins are Bitcoin and Ethereum, I think you're making a big mistake non-financially. So it's Internet Computer Protocol, ICP. Okay, this hits, of course, deep in AI, and the fact that they've built AI on chain, right? An complete AI model on chain. Incredible stuff. I think this project is definitely going to do well. I've just realized I've forgotten to give price predictions for some of these coins. But what I will say with ICP is I'm going to be selling this coin at about $125. I will try to bring that down as I dollar cost more into my portfolio. Nevertheless, I think that I'll definitely hit my targets with this coin. I dropped the math on a recent ICP video. I might leave that link down below as well. And I think the average reasonable price for this coin came back at like between 180 to like $220, somewhere in there. And, it could definitely do more. Could do less. I'm not saying that it's going to do, definitely that at baseline or more. I'm just saying that's what could happen, okay? So yes, in terms of my multiples, if you're asking, well, what about Chainlink? What about Solana? What about ASI? I'll tell you my predictions for these now. Let me backtrack, right? So I think for Chainlink, from memory, I think between $100 to $200 makes a lot of sense to me. I actually think probably closer to 200 was the prediction in this case. So there are some multiples here. Go to my, level 1 private community group, guys. Level 1 or above, you'll have access to my price prediction sheet, over 100 price predictions built on data, completely down there. Solana, definitely, I think $500 from memory is definitely obtainable for Solana this cycle. It's almost there, so Solana's more of a safe pick if you're, again, looking for a couple X. Again, don't look for that 5X from now till then. Again, you'll be on the top side for that. It could go to $1,000 for all we know, but you want to play it safe. ASI, we have no idea until this coin's actually out and we kind of see the reaction based on the merge. Again, no idea. And Mina protocol, I'm looking anywhere from $15 to $30. $30 will be a 30 billion market cap. Depending on how well it goes, could do even more. I'm personally getting out at $10, okay? So $10 is my target. Hedera is number 3. Hedera hits layer 1 and also real-world asset / tokenization. These guys, I'll leave it quite simple because I've got a lot to talk about with these guys, and it's all on the channel documented. The governing council is huge. It's currently in total, it'll be 39 governing council members. I think right now it's about 30 that are made up of top enterprises, top universities all around the world. Google, I believe IBM, Boeing, they're all on that list. Mondelez is the guys that own Cadbury, they own Oreo, they're on that list. They all run nodes. You have to run a node to be a governing council member, and they host many different things with those guys. They've got some massive connections in the real world. Their TPS is the highest in the crypto space, even above Solana. I mean, you can't go wrong with Hedera HBAR. Up there with ICP as my 2 top conviction projects forever. It's going to do great. Number 2, Goldfinch, GFI. It's a micro cap, technically. Okay, actually, it's a small cap because it actually is in the 200 mil market cap range right now. Real world asset. I love how they do their whole entire model regarding, borrowers and auditors. And if you have a look into how it works, I've got a video coming soon here. It's amazing. They're in the tokenized coalition, right? They're butting heads with the likes of Chainlink, like CCIP, Ava Labs, Solana Foundation, like all these big names up there. Centrifuge, like the top guys in the space. Many, many multiples higher market cap coins, right? It's literally up there with the best, and it's a lot lower market cap. But if you have a look at who's invested, Balaji is in there. You guys should know Balaji, right? And also, I keep forgetting the gentleman's name, but he is a hedge fund manager worth something like $4 or $5 billion himself, right? Huge name. Peter, I forget his name. Doesn't matter. Anyway, I'll have a look on a video for you guys and I'll show you all who it is. Big stuff. Goldfinch, many multiples to come. I mean, I would honestly think that a solid price target for this coin would be $100. Again, maybe even more. But considering the fact that it's probably a little bit higher market cap than since the last time I looked at it, Coin Market Cap says 100 mil, CoinGecko says 250 mil. So I'd probably put it around the $100 range-ish, okay? Now, last one, number 1 is Render, RNDR, okay? These guys are obviously deep in AI, and I love Render. Why? Because they've literally been cited, or speaking at least, in many of these NVIDIA GTC conferences. Matter of fact, Jules Urbeck, the founder of Render, has also founded Otoy, which is a massive company regarding, ray tracing, and these guys do rendering, and they use the render network themselves to do these rendering, and partners of Lucasfilms and Beeple and a whole bunch of big names, right? Well, Jules has been pretty much one of the keynote speakers on these NVIDIA GTC conferences many, many years. Actually, I think one of the first GTC conferences, Jules also was presenting. He's very good friends with the founder of NVIDIA himself, and that was way back when he introduced decentralized rendering when it first came out, okay? So they've been doing this for a long time, many, 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 many years. And on the last GTC conference of 2023, Jules actually showed a quote from Google and Microsoft saying and literally mentioning, how good Render is and mentioning Render Network by name. So big stuff on the likes of Render. I mean, people seem to laugh at me when I say Render can go to $100 or more dollars. They seem to find it funny, but I think it's definitely possible in my personal opinion. Now, I'm getting out of, I think, Render at about $100 or so dollars. Maybe I think it's about 90 at this point, but I definitely think it could go to about $150, right? Then the maths has all been taken care of. I've shown you the maths on my videos. Again, I'll link these down below for you guys. That's the whole point of this, is to show you, it's the math behind it. Okay, so with that being said, I thank you all for watching this video. A little bit different. Matter of fact, we've gone a little bit over time here today, but I hope you have enjoyed nevertheless. And if you want more conversational type videos like this, me just talking to you, let me know by a like and a comment even. I read those, and I will definitely do more if you do enjoy it. Take good care. Bye.